Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave Forex.com YouTube channel. This is Henry and today is May 13. The time is around 2:30 a.m. GMT. And today we're going to be looking at the chart of Facebook. This is a 60 minutes chart here. We can see that the stock ended with 1 over here. Alright, this is a primary degree, right? It ended with one of the primary degree here, when we can see in the 60 minutes starts with 4 and with 5 here, which is 4 of 1 and 5 of 1 here. So that means we are currently within with 2 pullback, right? Within with 2 pullback. So with 2 should be in 3 or 7 swing, and currently it's proposed to be doing a zigzag here. So we're going to be ending with A as a 5 waves in a zigzag, and then from there we can bounce in the B, followed by a C leg, which should eventually end the wave 2, and then the stock can resume higher again. So that means in the shorter cycle now we are looking for a possible extension to the downside in this correction, right? But this is still counted as a correction, as the label here is showing here. Now let's take a look at a couple of different time frame as well as alternate possibilities. Basically looking from the idea that this still remains bullish overall, because we are only within a correction in the larger degree here. Okay, so first of all, you can see there is a blue box here. This blue box here basically is just a 100% extension of this first 3 swings pullback here. And now since we are calling for the downside, then that means this is not really that relevant, because we are not going to be expecting another leg higher. Now remember the idea that it is bullish because it is with 1 here after all. So let's take a look here at the larger degree and get some ideas about the larger degree sequence. So if we take a look at the daily, so I'm putting here 5 and 4 in blue that you can see in the 1 hour chart earlier, 4, 5 and then 1 in black. So if I put it here on the daily, then you know that if this is 5 and 4, this needs to be a 3. And then we're trying to trace what kind of sequence we are talking about. So this has to be a 1 and 2. Alright, so basically we are talking about a 5 waves up that started from January 14 and now ending with 1 in the primary degree here, and then now doing a wave 2 pullback. So that wave 2 pullback is supposed to be correcting this entire cycle. Now in Elliott Wave theory, that wave 2 pullback basically if you are correcting this entire decline, it could go to, ideally it can go to 50%. It doesn't have to. There's no rule saying it has to go to 50% or 61.8. It can. It basically has the ability to retrace to 50%, 61.8, 76.4. This is just to give you an idea what sort of possibilities do we have. And sometimes in Elliott Wave theory, wave 2 can also end in the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. So in fact, we already reached the 38.2% retracement, and also more or less wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. Now let's suppose the forecast is not accurate, right? Let's suppose that we don't see further sell-off in FB. So what's going to happen is, in fact, we can go back on the 1 hour chart. We can call this as an ABC. So this, instead of 1, 2, 3, it could have been your ABC. And you upgrade the degree here. And now we reach the equal leg, and it could have ended C here and then starts to rally again like this. And this ABC then, if you look at it from the bigger picture, ended at the with 4 of 1 lesser degree, ended at 38.2% retracement. It is possible that this could be the end of your 2 and then starts to go higher. And the reason we decide to extend it lower, as you see here in the 1 hour chart, extension, further extension to the downside, is one of the reasons is because of the correlation, right? Now FB is technology stock. If we take a look at the Nasdaq here, and this is a 4 hour chart, Nasdaq empty chart. Now you can see right here the decline that started from this peak on April 30th, this decline looks to be in a 5 waves already here. Now that doesn't mean FP necessarily have to be exactly the same as the Nasdaq, but they belong to more or less, technology stock sectors. So I think with the Nasdaq showing a 5 ways down from this peak, so there is always a possibility that that we might be doing a bigger sell-off, and so we could be bouncing in the Nasdaq and then do another leg lower. So that's one of the reasons why we believe this is probably at this point the best interpretation of what we have so far, in terms of trying to see where Facebook can go. Now if you go down to a further short-term cycle, there's even more variations, right? I mean, people who trade in the 15 minutes is just basically don't understand that there are too many swing possibilities in the 15 minutes. Now for example, we could rally here in the very short term and do a wave 4 as a double. So you can have a ABC, finish wave 4, and then turns lower again in the wave 5 to end the A. Or else, another possibility, I know people hate possibilities, right? Another possibility is instead of 5 ways down, this could have been ABC, ending W, and then we could be bouncing in an X and fail and go down again. So the key takeaway here, guys, the key takeaway, if you get confused with many different the key takeaway is the following. The Nasdaq shows what looks like a 5 ways down, and so that favors, or that opens up possibility of another leg to the downside, at least one more leg, another 5 ways down. So that means FP regardless whether this is a 5 ways down or a 3 ways down, or regardless the shorter cycle rallying first or go down directly, it doesn't matter. What matters is, as long as we stay below this 332, there is a chance for FP to extend one more leg on the downside, right? That is really the key takeaway. So in other words, going back to the daily chart, the key takeaway then is this wave 2 has a potential to extend to the downside, either as a 535, ABC zigzag, or a WXY, because the Nasdaq showing what looks like a 5 ways down from this peak. Alright, so hopefully this is helpful, guys, and as always, if you want to get more updates on stocks, indices, Forex, commodities, feel free to check our service. We have 14 days free trial, and the link is provided in the description of the YouTube video. I'll see you all again tomorrow, and have a nice day, everyone.